Hey, Applejacks, how you doing? Just sitting here getting my papers and stuff, uploading a couple videos. It's kind of rainy out, cold. Then it's going to get, temperature's going to head south starting around 1 o'clock, get really cold. And then the rest of the week's going to be in the 60s. It's crazy. So it doesn't make sense to be out there today. How you doing? Yeah, I'm uploading a huge long thank you video. Sherry, Bree, Jessica, and a couple short clips around the same time. Hey, Freddie, I was just thinking, that place opens a little while. You don't want meat on a sub, though, do you? Aren't you? I thought you weren't supposed to eat meat. Okay, okay, all right, then I'll get it. Thanks. So, yeah, I got a Sherry. What I try? Here's what happens sometimes. Hey, Linda, how you doing? I'm still in Detroit. Hey, Superwoman, how's it going? What'll happen sometimes is, I get my van loaded with stuff, right? So I'll go out there and that happened to be a good day, a lot of activity, talking to people, that kind of thing. Well, I don't want to try and merge the thank you video into an interview. Someone's sending things. I don't want to switch into something that's going to be me. So if you notice, I always do separate videos. The thank you video to account for what I have, and then a separate interview that I pay them for. Well, what will happen sometimes when I've got a van load of stuff like that, I'll notice a box or a package or maybe a group of things that somebody sent that I didn't notice when I first pulled up. And I don't want to keep like putting up a video for every single thing, even though it was from a one-time stop there when I was talking to someone. So if I interview Sherry, that's one thing. If I do a thank you, that's one thing. But when I find other things, I don't want to keep uploading a 30-second clip because I didn't see it when I first got there and I thought she'd already had anything. So that's why I bundle like these clips together sometimes, because of that. I don't want you to think that I'm, stopping by there and all of a sudden I've got 6 separate videos I'm uploading on a person's, bullshit. Good, Bob. How you doing? So I got a big long one, Sherry, Bree. I got that going up, and then I've got another separate one for Sherry. I got another airplane video, a couple small ones, and then, as I said, these long videos like this big long thank you video, that'll probably take 15 hours to upload. I got a slow internet connection here. Oh, thank you, Applejacks. Appreciate it. But that will happen sometimes. I will. That's what I try to do. On one hand, I don't want to make the videos too long. That's been one problem with handing these things out, and that is, it's great that I account for what people send, and it's nice to see them get it. But it's also a very long time in a not particularly good neighborhood. So I'm trying to change this up a little bit. And Bria, sweetheart, yeah, you'll see her go through this other stuff in this long video uploading that'll be up later this afternoon. Yeah, she's a sweet girl. Yeah, really nice. So it was on a day like today, like it's not bad now, 45, but it's kind of raining, not a lot. Just a crappy day. I spent yesterday, I'm all caught up on everything, cleaned all my camera equipment, got all my donations. I only have a few bucks left from the old stuff. And then somebody sent me some other money. So I'm pretty caught up other than some clothes that I need to hand out, you know? So, Bertha, I'll send you that when I get home. I'm still here. I'll probably stay another week, to be honest with you. It'll be 3 weeks here Tuesday. And the reason for that is because, first of all, it's going to be in the 60s all week long, which you can't claim for November. And secondly, I like being down here and doing this. And thirdly, when I go home, there's none of this around where I live. So in a way, it doesn't make sense to go home. I know it sounds nuts, but I live in a condo, everything's taken care of. I mean, I do have to pay for a hotel when I'm down here, but that's why I do it. It's expensive to buy. You know, I've done this before. I've owned 2 homes before. And I've learned a lot in my life. I learned that I used to think that I always wanted a small farm with acreage. I know that I don't want that. I used to think I wanted to live in the country. I know I don't want that. And honestly, the older I get, the more of a minimalist I get. You know, I got another van in my garage, which I didn't really want in case this one dies, but in a weird way, like I'm not into like material things. I wasn't always this way. Believe it or not, I used to be a car fanatic. But like driving around this Astro van, first of all, I only paid 17 grand for it, brand new, and I'm just short of 400,000 miles. I don't worry about door dings, nicks, front end alignment, nothing. I just drive it. Daisy throws up on the seat, no problem. And I really like being this way. All my clothes I buy are used. If you live near me, I'd give you some nice clothes, brand new shirts, leather jackets, stuff that people have given me over the years that I just never wear. So weird. And I broke my addiction to collecting. I've sold everything almost, given away stuff to good friends. And it's nice, to tell you the truth. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? No, I don't have a cold, but it's a little dry air in here, you know. It's like old school heater. That's probably why. I thought I could be catching a cold last night. You know, I had my sleep messed up. I was having a hard time sleeping, but I got it back on track. I went to bed at a decent hour last night and got about 8 hours sleep, which is perfect for me. I feel good, want to get a lot done. When I don't get a good night's sleep, man, I don't get anything done. I pass interviews, I skip things, I put things off. So just being tired, it's one thing going out and sitting at a park and staring out into nowhere, but you're trying to get things done, man. I just can't. I hate being off on my sleep. It is Apple Jacks. It was with me. Yeah. What you do is you set the chips higher. Like I was into Civil War letters and Civil War photographs and eBay and auctions and God, I don't collect anything anymore. My whole basement's pretty much empty. Hey JP, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, so far I am. So far I'm in a good place. I think I'm gonna go down the Appalachians around Thanksgiving. That's what I'm planning on doing anyway. They were talking about snow yesterday, but I think that's just a bunch of scare tactics. They know it garners a lot of news watching. First of all, it's not cold enough. It could snow and not stick, but it's not even cold enough for that. And it's not going to get, when it gets, all just a bunch of junk. It really is. Now I just got a notice that says your connection is unstable. I hope this isn't going to be a problem today. Hope it's not buffering for you guys. Bunch of junk, it really is. It's nice not collecting. I'm doing a lot more reading, which I have to really force myself to do. You gotta have to decide if reading is a discipline or a hobby that you enjoy. With me, it's kind of both. Oh, it is buffering. Sorry about that. Yeah, it just said that. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Daisy can tell it's a damp day out there. That's a good question, Applejacks. I mean, I think of that sometimes. I do think I don't know if it's going to be soon, but I think about that a lot. The haves and the have-nots. And if you look, the Civil War was under the ruse of slavery, which is really false. That was just a political campaign to try and justify it. It was mainly about ports and money and income and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's reasonable to think that that's a possibility down the road. I mean, the middle class is disappearing at like a crazy rate. I don't bring it up much, but you asked me a question. Because who wants to hear about someone bitch about how you think the world's getting worse when all you do is go on to have a good time exchanging ideas on a chat? But hey, Mark, how you doing? No, the long-haired one, Andrew. But you just can't have. I mean, you got one guy buying new jets and another guy that's getting evicted from his home and he can't find a job. So I mean, it's much different out there. Hey, Blue Melville, how you doing? Yeah, disappearing big time. Yeah. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal here about 5 years ago, something like that. And they said that the middle class could no longer afford the average sticker price for a new vehicle, which I believe that's the first thing. And then you consider inflation. And on the other hand, sometimes I think maybe it was just a lucky time in the United States and everybody got paid more than they should have. And it's more of an equal playing field now. I mean, in the 70s and 80s, it was nothing for factory workers to make 2 or 3 times more than college professors with overtime. But when you talk about how much money somebody makes, I want to know how much they make for 40 hours, not working double shifts. Yeah, I'm a little stuffy. Yeah. I thought it was getting cold last night. No, that's a little like mixed dog, part like Shih Tzu and something else. That's Daisy. Yeah, normally I would take her out today before it got real cold. I'm going to let her hair grow out. As I've said before, it's harder to keep Daisy cool than it is warm. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Yeah, it's not always greedy. It's, I get a lot of these wackos out there that are always, what they'll do, these crazy hater channels, they'll go and contact the family, the people I've interviewed, and make up these stories and trying to tell them that I'm actually dating girls on the side and I'm a big exploiter and the whole thing's fake. That's all they do is go in and cause trouble. So I suspect something like that could have happened. But if I sense that people think they're getting used or they feel uncomfortable or they're suspicious, well, it's time for us to go our separate ways. It just doesn't make sense. Hey, Lori, how you doing? It doesn't make sense to go back and see people that are bad mouthing you the whole time. No, you're exactly right, Applejack. That's true. Michigan came out with some kind of new plan. Well, you can only have so many people in a Walmart at one time, at least where I live. But you're exactly right. Up where I live, they depended on, business from Labor Day to, or from Memorial Day to Labor Day at, lines out the door, 100% capacity. And that not only did they get a late start this year, when you're only allowed to have 50% capacity, that's already a formula for going out of business. So, yeah, man, it's bad out there. It really is. Oh, really, Blue Malibu? That's another thing too. I was thinking, when you're in a suburb where most people would like to live, you call the cops and they show up. You're in Detroit, they may never show up. They may show up 5 hours later. Yeah, small businesses are hurting big time. Hey, Dolly, how you doing? Oh, are they, Andrew? That's interesting, huh? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they know how to party. I used to see that in Detroit a lot, particularly down around Del Rey, but I haven't seen that lately. They had a big political deal here 4 or 5 years ago, and there were a lot of people staying on tents over on East Jefferson, and I know they cleaned that all up before all these politicians showed up, and I haven't seen it since. I don't know of any tent city in Detroit, no. But if you look at the homeless population, look at like the trip that I took out west. These were just places where you would have sporadic issues of people not finding suitable housing. It's all over now. You want to see a homeless problem? Look at San Francisco. Crazy. Oh, I believe it. Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Now you can check out some of the videos. Pretty much, the same thing all the time. Yeah, you're right, Blue Mount, though. It's true. Oh, have you? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I want to get to some other places. I do. What I would like to do. See, here's the thing about interviews, though. Uh, I've been here 2 weeks before and not got a singer interview. You never know how it's going to turn out. There'd be nothing worse than going out to Boston or San Francisco or wherever and just not having the luck of the draw. So it'd be nice to know people that are set up in these areas. But even like evidently, since I was out in Rapid City, they're doing something with the homeless deal. I mean, it's getting to the point now where you've got these large segments of people that just have no place to live for real, and there's no place to go for real. It's nuts, man. I mean, there are remnants of third world. People can't eat. There's a lot of these people that are on the streets that, everybody's under the impression that you can always get something to eat. Not on the weekends, you can't. And this COVID thing has put a monkey wrench into that. I mean, there are literally people out there with nothing to eat, for sure. No, their cost of living is going down a little bit, Blue Malibu. Their rents are actually coming down a little bit, but it's still crazy. And then look at places. Go on Zillow, one of those real estate sites. Look at San Mateo, California, or Palm Beach, Florida. It's just crazy. Oh, methadone. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, it's cool. Florida's got a lot of homeless, and you look at the crime rate places. Hey, Deanna, how you doing? Hey, Frank. Crazy. I mean, it is so hard to be in business now. It's ridiculous. That Bangkok 96, I see they finally, I got something to go the other night. They have, that's all to go now only. I can understand why places want to do to go only because it's just so many restrictions trying to You're opening up to 50% capacity, all this cleaning stuff, bitching at people all day, telling them to wear their mask on. I mean, who wouldn't want to own a restaurant and just hand things out a small window? No, that's true, Frank. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's a big problem there. Yeah, I've done that before, Blue Malibu. I've moved a bunch of times, nicer houses, nicer areas. It works for a while. Yeah. Yeah, it is a greasy place, Mark. You're right. Fried fish. Probably the way the enzymes in your liver metabolize and break down things. I've noticed, and that happens as you get older. There's things you liked when you were younger that you don't like when you're older, and vice versa. I've had to cut back on my caffeine. And there's a chemical in your liver that breaks down caffeine, and when it doesn't, as you get and as you get older, it's not working as well. So you're more sensitive. I mean, you're getting more of a reaction with a lot less caffeine. So I'm not getting the old large caramel latte with 3 shots of espresso in it. I wish I could, but I cut back, and I'm glad that I did. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's got greasy fish. This will save you some trouble. Culver's. I think they got the best cheeseburger out there, but their fish, man, forget it. And it's expensive. I mean, sometimes I'll be getting Daisy a hamburger in the drive-thru, and I'm sitting and I'm listening to the prices that they're telling these people their bill is, or I'm seeing it on the screen. It's nothing for someone with a few kids to go through a drive-thru and have a $30 or $40 bill. And if you look at a lot of the supermarkets and stuff, Kroger is an example. Their sushi in the deli section is just as much as it would be as if you went out and ordered it in a restaurant. A lot of things are like that now. Yeah, I don't like the vanilla. I've tried that. They had a caramel one for a while, Frank. Now they've got some kind of double something dragon's milk. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, then Blue Malibu. Yeah, yeah, Culver's. That's a great burger. It sure is. Yeah, those are really good. It's like 100 times better than anything McDonald's ever put out. I think so. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Yeah, you're an early riser, huh, Frank? I think the Halo burgers are okay. Most of them have went out of business up there in Flint. Yeah, most of them have closed. I think their main one might have closed. I mean, I always joke about it. How much difference is there from the best hamburger and the worst? I mean, it's hamburger. Oh, you didn't, Frank? Oh, okay. Oh, really? Yeah. I know that they said Pizza Hut's is on the rope too. Yeah. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, it's not bad out right now, but 3 o'clock it's going to be down to 32. It's just a windy, crappy day. Daisy's in deep thought. Superwoman, how long has it been since you've been around? No, I didn't because it's kind of cold out and it's raining. And then when it's not going to rain, which will be around 3 o'clock, it's going to be 32. I may take her out there. She's not big on running around wet grass. Yeah, it's raining here. Not bad, just lightly. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get any snow here. I mean, you may get some flurries, but it's too warm. It's like 45 out. Hey, intellectual, did you get any snow up there in West Branch? Oh, are you? Okay. Oh, that's cool. You know, Mark, I think you got some books of mine too. Man, I gave you some, but I think there's some that you still got. And I hope if you're done with them, I'll get them back from you. I keep forgetting to bring it up. Oh, flurries, yeah. Oh, is it Linda? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's windy here as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think we're going to get any accumulation. Yeah. Daisy likes the snow. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, it's been a while. I bet it's at least been 5 years. I think, hasn't it? Oh, really, Mary? You're not getting any snow that's sticking now, are you? Monday, I think, is supposed to be crappy in Traverse City, and then it's going to warm up for you as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do it, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I like snow when you're set up for it. You know what I mean? Oh, 20-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah, it's sticking up. That's the difference between living and surviving if you can't find shelter. You know, the body expels heat. When you get, that's why you'll see people that fall through the ice and stuff like that. They get out all right, but the body expels heat 250 times faster in wet clothing than dry. So if you're out someplace and you're out in the woods and it's cold and you get wet, you'd be surprised you don't hang around as long as you think you would. During the winter, sometimes you'll get those ice flows down the Detroit River. Even when I go up to the UP and try and catch some freighters, either later in the year or earlier in the spring, you see these people out there in these kayaks. I don't think that they really realize the dangers of that, because not only if you tipped over would it be hard to get to you, you don't really have that long. Even in 50-degree weather, you don't have that long. 50-degree water, you don't have that long. Yeah. Oh, 62 in Eugene? Oh, okay. Yeah, you could tell that wind was coming pretty stiff out of the west. I watched the ground speed sometimes of the jets at night, like red eye flights and cargo flights. Yeah, from west to east, some of them were getting like 630 knots ground speed. That's hauling ass. I mean, that's really moving. Yeah, it's crazy the technology in airplanes, man. When I sit out there, I do like watching planes, and I like everything about them. But the technology involved in like aircraft. Oh, speaking of that, I was looking last night. There's only two 747-200s left, and those are both the Air Force Ones. All the rest have been retired. Actually, Colette up in Oscoda had the last 200 they were using for freight. But there are the 400s are flying around now. You see, Coletta has a few of them. They're bigger. And what do you guys think the operating cost is on a 747 to operate it? What would you guys think it would cost to operate your 747 an hour? People don't really understand how expensive it is to operate airplanes, and helicopters are even worse. But just throw a number out there on what you think it costs to. Isn't that a Delta plane cool? You got to give them credit for going to the trouble of painting the fuselage of a plane to thank people. I thought it was pretty nice, Jolly. Isn't that cool? But just throw a number out there, what you think it costs to operate a 747 hour. Nope. $20,000 an hour to operate a 747. It's crazy. Yeah, I thought that was really nice of Delta. Yep, $20,000 an hour. It's crazy, isn't it? That's a hell of an airplane. The day of the 4-engine jet is over. I mean, I remember when they were coming out with the A380, and I thought, man, this doesn't make any sense. Then I think, what the hell do I know? Here I'm flying around in a 152, and you got all these brains out there that are calculating the stuff. Well, sure enough, the A380 is a total flop. They've got them sitting all over the place, mothballed. Yeah, $20,000 an hour to operate. Look at the operating cost. The aircraft in general, and helicopters are even worse. It's hard to get insurance on a helicopter too. Oh, you're at 4,000 feet. Frank, what kind of humidities are you seeing out there, like on a day like today? I'm just kind of curious. Do you keep track of that at all? I'm curious. I know it's drier, but I'm curious what kind of humidity levels you have there. Oh, Gulfstream, yeah. Actually, I got a video that I'm going to upload later. There's not too many airplane fans on my channel. It's a Gulfstream 550. It's owned by a trust company out of Delaware. It's the SP. Yeah, it's a hell of an airplane. Yeah, well, I'm sure there are planes out there that cost that. These military planes, I bet they're 50 grand an hour to operate. You don't realize, like the Blue Angels and stuff, they are wrenching on those things all the time. Oh, 15%. Okay, that's what I would have guessed, right around there, 15, 20. You would not believe the maintenance on airplanes. I mean, there's like these Blue Angels, they're all shiny and flying around. They are working on those all the time. Oh, good for you, Shannon. Congratulations. It's hard to do. How you feeling? Oh, that happens, Amy. Yeah, that happens. Forget to put the gear down or. Plus, airspace is so complicated now. It's not like the old days. And now, like Trump, I think, and Biden were in Detroit or Wisconsin yesterday or today. Now you got all these restrictions when there's a politician around. Flying isn't like just getting in and going around the patch anymore. You can get away with that some places, like where I live up north. But you got to be on your A game when you're flying around controlled airspace. I'm from West Branch, Michigan. Oh, good for you, Shannon. Great, good. What are you using for that? What are you taking? Hey, by the way, nobody won the Mega Millions or the Lotto 47. Mary, get a ticket. It's 29.1 million. Michigan only. Dolly, nobody won. Yeah. Oh, okay, Suboxone. Okay. Now, Shannon, is there a reason that you did Suboxone instead of methadone? Just kind of curious how you got there. Yeah, definitely. Are you going to be down around here today, Dolly? Actually, the Mega Million and the Powerball are up pretty good pots too. Audrey, I appreciate it, but I would probably never use them. Part of the stuff, the weirdness of me with clothes and cars and stuff is, I know this sounds nuts, but I got Daisy running around in there. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't worry about like getting a spot or spilling something. I think when I had new vehicles, I was always worried about scratches and door dings, and it's just nice to not give a shit. I do maintain it, but I'd sit on a damn milk crate if there's something happened to the seat. But thank you. Oh, okay, Shannon. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, good for you. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anything about drug addiction when I was doing this. I knew people did heroin and all these drugs, but I didn't really know how you got there and why it's so hard to get off. Yeah, I don't care. I really don't. I catch a lot of shit over my fan. Still got quite a few clothes to hand out and that kind of thing. Oh wow. Well, that Lost Soul's the one that people think is using my name and she shouldn't be. I actually am supportive of her. She's been on methadone 10 years, doing well. Hey Beth, how you doing? She's doing really doing a good job setting up a channel and going out there interviewing people, that kind of thing. Yeah, and that funny Blue Malibu. I can remember when I first got newer cars when I was younger, we would cut the seat belts out because we didn't want to stuff them down in the cracks, so we just cut them off. Nobody wore seat belts. When I was a kid, we all had boats, going around the river, out all night, that kind of thing. We didn't know what a damn life jacket looked like. Wearing a helmet, riding a bike, forget it. Oh, interesting, Jody, huh? Yeah, I don't have a problem with her. I don't care. I mean, the truth of the matter is nobody has to ask me to put my name in the titles. They can just do it. So, I mean, at least she was nice enough to ask. Oh, really, Claudia? That's interesting. How did they? So you have more than one child that had that experience? Yeah, it's me, Amy. Yep, I do it. I don't know if I'm a gentleman or not, but once in a while I am. Yeah, and I think too. I mean, if nobody admits to this, then you can never verify it. But I get the impression that a lot of the people powder that. Yeah, you can get it in a lot of ways. You can get it in a patch, a pill, powder. Yeah. Oh my God, Claudia. Wow. For 25 years. How are they doing now? Oh, okay, Blue Mama. I mean, I am nice to them, but I think there are a lot of people out there that are nice. I mean, look at those two nice girls that came up to me the other day that work for Planned Parenthood. There's people out there doing it. They just don't upload videos, so you don't know about them. Oh, thank you, Bertha. Oh, yeah, I believe it, Linda. Yeah, it'll eat you alive. Sure will. Oh, you didn't, Beth? Oh, okay. Well, fentanyl got Tom Petty. It got Prince. Oh, congratulations on your daughter. Hopefully your son will come around. Oh, yeah, I know it. Yep. Well, I'm sure they go through the same thing I do. I mean, they're out trying in their minds doing a good thing, and then you got some people think they're doing a bad thing and that birth control shouldn't be allowed and blah blah blah. So I'm sure they catch it from both ends. Yeah, it's always the same answer when I ask somebody about trying to head someone off at a younger age that's considering drugs, and you see how that gets them pumped up. There isn't anybody out there that wishes the life they're experiencing on someone else, and all of them are very adamant. I'll tell you, Marguerite was very kind to Tassie when she was down in Detroit, and every chance she got, tried to get Tassie to leave the lifestyle. Oh, that's what you did, Shannon? Oh, okay. Yeah, they're sweet girls, really nice girls. You know, the first thing I thought after about like 10 seconds of talking to them was great parenting. But they both came from good households. And when you look at the personalities of those two women out doing a good deed, and you look at people their age that I run into an interview that are having drug problems, and you just see such a difference at the same age, you know, that's what parenting's for. I mean, your parents mold you and you grow up and they turn you into good people. I bet both the parents of each of those girls is quite proud. Those are the kind of daughters that kind of people strive for. Just nice people. Yeah, it was Raven's birthday yesterday. Yep, sure was. Her mother contacted me yesterday, actually. Raven's mother. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, those girls work for it. Planned Parenthood. Yep. Both those girls work for it. Yeah. For Planned Parenthood. Yep. Oh, did she? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Kat's been very generous to people. You see Becky's face light up when she saw a shirt with her face on it. I mean, there's been a lot of good that's come out of this. I mean, let me tell you, for even before I actually started interviewing people, I saw Marguerite years ago, and it's so nice and interesting to me that when you're driving down there and you're seeing Marguerite in those circumstances, you're wondering why someone isn't doing anything or helping her or whatever. And then, I start interviewing her, I start uploading videos, and here it goes. As it turns out, there's a lot of people that like to help Marguerite, but why weren't more of those people doing something that were driving by her every day? It's the craziest thing in the world. You can say whatever you want about YouTube, but boy, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for YouTube, you wouldn't know any of the stories of these people. And if you came to Michigan to vacation and you were driving down Michigan Avenue and you saw these women, you'd make some kind of judgment on what you think they're like. And I think you've got to see how false that can be with Marguerite, with Maddie, with Sherry, Jessica. Look how sweet Bree was. Raven was a sweetheart. Becky's very witty and intelligent. It's not like the movies portray working girls. You know? Oh, thank you for doing that, Amy. Yeah. Yeah, Becky was very happy. She was flattered that someone would have taken the time to create an image of her and actually put it on a shirt and just open a box and see it. And Marguerite, as you know, there are different relationships with different people. I think if you were one of Marguerite's children, you may look at her a little differently. But the way I look at it is, hey, we met these people under different circumstances. I hate to use the word judge, but Marguerite wasn't my mother, and maybe that's why we get along so great. It happens. You have different relationships with different people, you know? Yeah, Becky was really in a good mood, really feeling good. Yeah, well, it's a political interest, Planned Parenthood, Like I said, they catch it from both ends. Hey, I did those interviews at a soup kitchen about 5 years ago. Murray Braithwaite. Guy just sent me a text the other day. He died. Murray Braithwaite. Super nice guy. I'd love to know what he died of. Just curious, nosy, I guess. Very appreciative about being there. Okay, good girl. Good girl. Good girl, hon. Good job. Had a girl. You keep on that. Good girl. I could have been in the van. Good job. Hey, Penny, how you doing? Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Well, Claudia, it's funny you should say that because if you read like accounts of people that have administered Narcan to people, it'll ruin the high and they want to get up and kick your ass for saving their life. It's not uncommon. Yeah, I know, Tim, and that's something. 29.1 million for Michigan only. Back is better. You know, a couple days ago, it just started feeling a heck of a lot better out of nowhere. Weird. Pretty good. Thank you. Oh, for trick or treaters. Yeah, I kind of forgot about it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, even small amounts of alcohol impair your judgment. I mentioned on a live the other night that even if I drink one dragon's milk, I promise myself that when I'm uploading videos or making files or folders or editing something, that I will not be drinking. I wouldn't do all sorts of stupid shit. Put it on the wrong drive, delete files accidentally. That's after one dragon's milk. So, you know, it can affect you even though you may not be legally drunk. That's true, Claudia. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah. Yeah, that happens, Amy. Yep. Yep. I believe it. Nuts. It is a good alarm system, isn't it? You know, she doesn't bark at bullshit either. It's almost like she remembers good sounds from bad. You did a good job, Daisy. She alerting Dad on things. You don't notice it so much when Daisy's standing up, but when she's laying down, she's a long dog. Yeah, good job, Amy. Hey, Cindy. I mean, with a lot of people, you know, there's a lot to do after detox. That's just part of it. And you know, now with the current state of the economy and jobs and stuff, I mean, it's putting these people in a tougher predicament than it should. I'm doing pretty good, Cindy. Yeah. You ought to go over to Faneuil Hall and get a lobster sandwich today. Well, I wonder what a lobster sandwich costs now. What is it, like $21? Seems like they were $8 25 years ago, 35 years ago. Actually, longer than that. Yeah, probably 35 years ago. Yeah, Kathy's a sweetheart. Yeah, Kathy's a bright woman. I mean, it's easy to connect with her and want to help her. Yeah, she's. You see what I mean, Dolly, about where she lives? You imagine going in there alone night after night, going into a minus 15-degree night in January. I think, I don't know this for sure, but I think Kathy's probably feeling a lot better. Thanks for helping her. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Well, you give up. You give up. It's like no big deal, you know? Oh, okay. I mean, there's a lot that goes on in these people's lives that get them to where they're at. It's mental illness, I think. So just getting them off drugs is like part of the battle. If they don't have a plan B, support, a job, place to live, it's so much easier to just say hi. I haven't heard anything from her in about a week. I'm going to be going by there tomorrow or soon, see if they need anything. Oh, is he? Yeah, I would be a little bit careful with that, Dolly, because you don't want to bring any attention to that place. You know what I mean? I'd put I hope you're going to put the plastic on the inside, not the out. Yeah, I ignore that guy. I don't have anything to do with him. Too much time on their hands. I thought Bree did an excellent job of kind of, summarizing that. It's a shitty life, man. I mean, it's like walking death. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I think, but if you look at, there's a book, The Body Keeps Count or The Body Keeps Score. It's about trauma and PTSD and that kind of thing. It seems to have an effect in a relationship between people that end out there. Yeah, on the inside, yeah. They have a hard life, they sure do. Like I say, you won't find one girl that raises her hand in the sixth grade and says that she wants to be a working girl addicted to drugs when she's 35 with no place to live. It just kind of happens. Yeah, I talked to Becky, yep, yep, about 3 days ago. Yeah. Honestly, some of my best times down here are like when Becky and we did it with Ebony and just go out to eat, get a nice dinner, breakfast, sit there and talk for about an hour. I'm never in the back of my mind thinking like the working girls. It's actually fun, man. I mean, you look at Jessica in her own ways trying to do the right thing. Bree is a sweetheart. Sherry, how could you not like Sherry? Um, Chelsea, I mean, they're nice people. You have fun interacting with them outside of their day-to-day tasks. You give them like an hour of a normal conversation, they can't believe it. Yeah, she is very sweet, Dawn. Like she said the other day in the one thank you video that I did, when you don't have a dollar, nothing, a dollar is a big damn deal. Yeah, Tassie's doing great. But I've had some very interesting times when a few of us have went out, and now this COVID, it's kind of put a monkey wrench in that. But just sit around laughing, having fun, talking, eating breakfast. Yeah, it's fun. It's interesting conversation. Hey, Ann, how you doing? That's another ginger. Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah, lone log you walk videos. Yeah, so do I. Yeah, I do too. I don't always remember to get those. Yeah, I would agree with that, Claudia. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris is a good guy. Lucky he didn't get injured on his bike. Oh, did she really? Oh. Yeah, Kathy's pretty sharp. I got an idea that you wouldn't want to play Kathy in Jeopardy. If you took Kathy, I don't want to, and got her to where you think she'd like to be. You could plug Kathy as an executive secretary and never bat an eye and become suspicious that she shouldn't be there. Just a couple turns, and you try to escape through drugs. Uh, yeah, they do look alike. Yeah, yeah, they do. And all the stuff that goes along with, leaving your kids and stuff. Yeah. And it's nice to get right from the horse's mouth the story. I was talking to Becky one time, And she had some kids, was living a housewife life, and just said one day, the hell of it. She said, I left out of the house with laundry in the basket and never went back. Just left. So you can imagine what goes through your mind when you do that. I mean, who hasn't done something that you shouldn't have done? And it just eats away at you. There's got to be times when you're isolated as a working girl in a cold, unlit, empty home that you start thinking of things you'd rather not. And I think a shot of heroin makes that go away. The thing about heroin, it's getting you both ways, physically and mentally. So even if you have the intellect to think it's not good for you and you'd like to quit, your body's craving it. I mean, what's worse than that? Yeah, we had a good time, Jody. We had a really good time. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Stephanie? Yeah, I don't really think I do too much, though. I think I do like it's basically like the bottom level. I know when I do something that's significant. Believe me, if I could be instrumental in getting someone to go full circle and have a good example, I'd be happy about it and probably brag. But just to hand out a few bucks, say hello, give them a few gifts, I don't really think that's doing much. I don't think I'm enabling them. And I think they enjoy a brief interlude of a normal conversation, but I don't think I'm really doing much. Yeah, that's true, Blue Mellow. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I can't help but kind of get a chuckle out of, and that is that here, you got hepatitis is rampant in that profession. All sorts of abscesses as a result of using dirty needles. You're not around running water. You're just living in an abandoned home. So hygiene kind of takes a backseat to drug addiction. And it's ironic to me to see a lot of working girls wearing a mask when everything else is kind of put on the back burner. Oh, do you, Nanny? Yeah, nobody cares what you think. That's why you keep setting up fake channels. You need to learn how to spell too. You think you're at a family reunion? Sorry for any technical difficulties you're having. Nanny Jane, please try again later. Please try again later. Yeah, but I don't doubt that they like the conversation but I don't know that I would call it help. You know, there's nothing worse than somebody out there, telling everybody what a great person they are. It's such a turnoff. It's almost as bad as someone telling you to subscribe to their channel or hit the like thing. And when somebody starts talking about that, it just turns me off. And I guess there's people out there now charging people, charging it like you got to pay to be on their channel. That's crazy. Yeah, on the other hand, I think families have legitimate reasons to not want to have things to do with some of their children. When all your jewelry's missing and your credit card's stolen and you bailed them out a million times and you risked your life going down to pick them up and you maxed out your credit cards posting bond, it gets old. Yeah, that's exactly it. The drugs are more powerful than the risk. Yeah, Bree's a sweetheart, isn't she? Yeah. Actually, there's a video upload now that'll be on later today. It's got a lot of Bree in it. It's like reminds me of talking to a little girl. Oh my God, Amy, that's terrible. Yeah. What gets me is, and I'm generalizing here, but for the sake of conversation, you take an average, you look at what women buy to make themselves look good. You look at what's marketed to them: makeup, clothes, skincare, all this stuff. And you can see what being a drug addict does to the complexion of some of these women. And you can't tell me, despite their circumstances, that they don't get a glimpse of themselves here and there. And that's got to just do something to you. Makeup and lipstick, that was a long time ago in their mind. And you can see how it just affects their outward appearance. And it's just, I wonder what they think of themselves sometimes compared to where you'd like to see them be. Yeah, you're right about that, Blue Malibu. Yep. Yeah, you're right. All right, Linda, see, yep, take care. So that's the thing that gets me. I've said it before. It seems like when any young, attractive female loses her femininity, when they chuck that after all those years and fixing themselves up as little girls, that speaks volumes. Yeah, I like Maddie and Gerald. I mean, I keep in touch with them. I wish the best for them. Yeah, wearing a mask. Yeah, you know. And there are at least two people that I interview that I know are HIV positive. I don't know that they know that I know that, which is even more complicated. Yeah. I mean, them dressing up like on a Sunday or going to a nice event is like a abstract fantasy. Okay, sounds good, Dally. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Penny. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Well, the pill regimen, the medication you take is, you got to be pretty diligent to stick with the drug regime. Oh, I know it's expensive, Claudia. Yeah. Yep. Interferon treatments. Yeah, I mean, you want to look as good as you can. I think they are street cat. I think that a lot of these women are pretty. I mean, people criticize people that make comments about that, but the fact of the matter is it's part of the human condition. Looks matter. Is it a slam dunk? If you're good looking, does that matter? Mean that everything in life's going to go your way? No. It's just another iron in the fire of trying to get where you want to be. Just like going to college or doing a good job where you work or treating your significant other decent. There's a lot of things, and all you can do is try and do what you can and hope it works out for you. It's not a guarantee. It does seem sometimes that it's extra disappointing to see a otherwise pretty attractive girl getting that kind of condition, because in the back of your mind you've been programmed to have these expectations of where you think she could be. And I think if you're a decent person, it makes you want to help them automatically. Your brain's calculating all these emotions as you're talking, and you're thinking, God, she's sweet, she's a pretty girl, she's been out in the streets. And this is lots going on when you're talking to these people. You're having the conversation and you're wanting to help them, and this is disappointing you, and this is sad, and you want better for them, and it's it'll wear you out. Hey Terry, how you doing? It's raining here, kind of lightly, not real heavy. Doing pretty well. Yeah, I think Marguerite still does crack. Yes, I would say everyone is, Trina. I would say they are. Yeah. And it's back to the old deal. Hey, Chris, it's back to the old deal of in their circumstance, drugs offer them a chance to feel good. I mean, it sounds like stupid, but if you look at Marguerite, for an example, Marguerite's life is on the back burner now. Her best days, arguably, are probably behind her. Does that mean she's got to go out living a terrible life? No. But do you think sobriety is going to turn Marguerite into the person that you'd like to see her be? Maybe, maybe not. I think Marguerite is on the final downhill run of her life, and it's just like the terminal cancer patient that has fourth stage cancer that isn't going to be around in 6 months. Is that really a time to quit smoking? So, I mean, this, whether or not you judge or have an opinion, it's all over when you're dealing with these kind of people. I mean, you still always default back to this fantasy of Marguerite cooking cookies for her grandchildren. I don't think that's going to happen. So if Marguerite takes $20 that I give her and spends 10 for food and 10 for crack, do I wish she'd spend $20 for food? I do. Do I think she is? I don't. And these are the kind of things you struggle with. I mean, Marguerite was that way before I met her, and she's going to be that way if I decide to never have anything to do with her again. I mean, if I, had a wish upon a star, I would, and I think I could make it really happen, I would. But you got to have some get real moments down here and recognize for what it is. I thought Raven was a sweetheart, and I'd be a lot more upset about her death had I thought that she was on the edge of leaving that lifestyle, but I don't think she was. It doesn't matter now, it's a moot point. But man, when you get down the hole like that, yeah, cocaine is very hard. It's accumulative as well. Yeah, they say that addiction is a lonely life. Speaking of Kitty, I wonder where Kitty's been lately. I haven't seen her on here in a long time. Oh, the power went out. Yeah, make sure I hope you have a surge protector on your laptop. A brownout will do a number on your computer. I don't know if you guys know that or not. Actually, what'll burn your computer out is not enough power. Too much will too, but the brownout is what gets you. Hey Virginia, how you doing? Yeah, how's your mom doing, Mary? That's what I think, Terry. Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Oh, on a battery? Oh, okay. Hey Chris, how you doing? I don't know that there's an answer that anybody will ever be comfortable with. You give $20 to Marguerite and 10 goes to crack and 10 goes to eating. If that's going to get to you, and there's another part of the equation too. I mean, I've always been very careful of not doing things to make myself feel good, and this is one of them. So if your MO is to feel good by giving people things, you might want to double check that, because with a person like Marguerite, it's always going to be a mixed bag. It's not going to be all good. Yeah, lazy day, cold, kind of rainy out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one because we're if you're a typical person, you want the best for everybody, and if you know that what you give them isn't always going to be 100% the best, it makes you kind of step back and think, "Am I doing the right thing?" Hey, George, and the answer is sort of sometimes, but I think it's better than doing nothing. Yeah, I really do. Look at Miranda as an example. Uh, she called me about a week ago and asked me if I'd take down her videos, which I was more than happy to do. There were actually 15 videos of Miranda, off drugs, doing well in a relationship. So I've learned there's no way to predict who's going to make it and who isn't. And like I tell them, usually off camera, uh, look, man, I'll help you out if I can, whether you're on drugs or whether you're not. A condition of me being kind to them isn't just if they become sober someday. That's just the way I do it. I'm not putting pressure on anybody. They know how I'd like to see them change, but I'm not bringing it up all the time. God, Marguerite's been out there for at least 25 years, Katie. Oh, sorry about that, Joni. Oh, that's cool, Virginia. Yeah, that's cool. Probably does need some salt. Yeah, you'll never meet a nicer uh, person than Maddie. Hey, Murph, how you doing? Yeah, Maddie's a sweet girl. Who sat on the back of your van? Yeah, which one was that? Who are you talking about, Jessica? Hey, Brenda. No, I couldn't do it either. People don't understand Becky, Marguerite. Tassie was out there 15 years. They don't understand. I couldn't do it, no way. I freeze my ass off going from the van to the hotel room, and it's 5 feet, and I'm going into a heated room. Yeah, I think it was Jessica. That's who I think. Yeah, Jessica's cool. The protector. 3 weeks Tuesday. I'll be here 3 weeks Tuesday, Murph. Yeah. It could have been Bree too. Another sweetheart. Yeah, really nice lady. Yeah, Jessica. But I'm telling you, Penny, if you looked at if you understood what they've been through, you'd be angry too. I think you would be angry too. Yeah, that's Jessica. Yeah, Jessica's cool though. No, they're smart, Virginia. I'm from West Branch, Michigan. Yeah, that's good, Stephanie. Hey, you're still on the right side of the grass. Yeah, nice girl. Becky's around. Yeah, I talked to her. One thing that happens sometimes, and I think Bree mentioned this. I don't know if she mentioned it in the video you saw or she mentioned it in the one that's uploading now that'll be up later today. But what happens with working women sometimes is dates are money. Okay. So I'll say, hey, Becky, I'm going to be over there at 4 o'clock. Now you better be there. And she says, yep, I'll be there for sure. And you go over there at 4 o'clock and she's not there. She's not there at 4:30 and she's not there at 5. Probably got picked up. They're not going to jeopardize a date, even though they know it's going to piss you off that they're not there. These women in general are very unreliable, just the way it is. But I kind of understand it their way. It doesn't make me feel any better about it, but that's just how it is. No, my mail's, I got a ton of mail at home. I know that. I'm sure I already called me and told me I got a bunch of boxes, even though I've been telling people not to send them. Are you talking about my email or my physical mail? Yeah, I've been keeping up on my emails better. Yeah, I know I got a bunch of stuff there. I went and got Daisy some of those gourmet dog foods. You know, they come in a little thing. It almost looks like you'd think it'd be cat food. Those little like rectangle things. Boy, does she like those. Right, Daisy girl? That's a good Daisy. About the old Daisy hits the hay at night, boy, she's out. I can always tell. I'll put my hand around her head, like cup her head in my hand. If she moves her head out of there and wants to lay it flat, it's like a nice way of saying, get lost. I'm sleeping. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, hard to predict. Yeah, sure is. Yeah. Yeah, I've done stuff like that, Joey. Yep. Yep. I believe it. No, you understood it. That's sorry about that. Uh, Nothing great. Not like I normally do. There is a, I said that I only eat subs at two places. I actually eat subs at three. I already went there today. I was going to get one, but they were closed. So I told the guy working the front desk, I buy the clerks at the hotels I stay at dinner and lunch constantly. I get them birthday presents and stuff like that. Medical supplies, you name it. Yeah, Seahawks and 49ers, that would be a pretty good game. No, it does. Yeah. I mean, we get to see these people because of their need to make an income to support their drug addiction. But there's plenty of people out there that have tons of money that are drug addicts, and they're sending their servants or their employees to go score the drugs for them. I know for a while, I don't know that's now, that's how Jero used to make some pretty decent income copying drugs. Because if they nail you in some of these deals down here, whether it's with a working girl or drugs, they seize your car. They don't care if you've got payments on it or not. So if you've got a wife and kids, or even if you don't, but you're a drug addict, a good job, you can't afford the risk of getting nailed in a sting to come down here to score some drugs. Because if you do, the consequences are too high. So what you do is you come down to Southwest Detroit, you meet a guy like Gerald at the gas station, you give him $50, and he goes and gets what you need. You take that risk out of the equation. Oh, dude, yeah, I don't mind doing it. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. I was down in Fort Wayne, Indiana one night, and I was doing some surveillance down there. And at 3 in the morning, the sheriff was out, and they ended up getting a warrant and taking the door off the room below me. So it turns out it was a local mayor who happened to be a pharmacist that had an affection for working girls. And boy, his life went south in a hurry. They caught him with drugs that, he had taken from where he worked and a known working girl. He had to resign as the mayor or councilman or whatever he was. But talk about a bad day. I happened to be scrolling through eBay last night and I watched some of those Catch a Predator. And Oh yeah, man, it just goes to show you human behavior. That Chris Hansen, they finally found out what a big phony he was. He was, going around like he's a good guy. Those are the kind of people that I really detest. He really got his ass handed to him, writing bad checks, and what a jerk off. He's from Michigan, actually, Birmingham. Yeah, I know, Virginia. Yeah. I keep looking for, I've noticed these camera manufacturers, man, they got to be hurting big time. It's just a massive unemployment, discretionary income, people using cell phones. You look at Canon, Sony, Panasonic, boy, they're not coming out with new cameras like they used to. And I can only imagine because they've got a warehouse full of the old ones that didn't sell. Oh, that's good, man. Yeah. See, I never had any expectations on a YouTube channel. So all the things that people ask me, I'm really not qualified to answer. I mean, I never really cared about subscribers or views or any of that. I didn't even monetize my videos till like 2 or 3 years ago. I didn't even know about it. It's just having fun. It's like, well, maybe I'll do this. So, but the people that have an expectation here of what they think they'd like to have in a YouTube channel, man, you better hold on for the long ride. I got lucky. It's got to be frustrating to like do really good videos and spend a lot of time and edit them, and you see some guy like me that doesn't do any of that. It's luck. Yeah, they set him up on that. They set Marion Barry up on that. I watched all that on C-SPAN. He got framed on that deal, George. He didn't want to smoke crack, but he had that good-looking undercover informant lying. I thought Marion Barry really got screwed on that deal. It was a setup. Yeah, he did get reelected. You know why? Because Marion Barry was a smart guy. He had a master's degree in chemistry, and he did a lot of good. Just because he had a drug addiction didn't mean he was a bad person. Look at that fruitcake they had run in Toronto for a while. At least he had enough balls to say he was a crack addict. I did see her, yeah. I saw her a couple of weeks ago, Penny. Yeah, she's doing okay. I don't know about that, Superwoman. But he got set up big time. And I'm not saying he was smart because he had a master's degree in chemistry. Marion Barry was no dummy. But if you watch that, they threw a lot of those catch a predator stings out. And the judge said it was just a bunch of amateurs embellishing and sensationalizing undercover stings for the sake of TV viewership, which I would have to agree with. Look, who doesn't like, everybody knows it's bad to have perverts out there. We get this, right? But it's the same reason why you're not allowed to use entrapment. I thought that was a total clown fest. I don't think that law enforcement should be running around with TV cameras making shows. I just don't. It changes things. It's the same reason why I don't want somebody riding around with me when I'm doing interviews. It changes things. If I pull into a place and they see someone else in the van, it changes things. Always no, but some of the times. I'm gonna get a potbelly sub today. She's out in Texas. Yeah, that's all. I'm fine with it. She's fine. She's trying to start a channel and blah blah blah. It would take all the fun of it. Yeah, it's just like me. Like I upload, videos. I like going back and like, it's a date and time, and I like, I was just starting a channel for myself. Like I upload a lot of videos people don't like. I know that going into it. Like the truck backing up on a busy highway. The airport videos don't really do it. Stuff like that. Yeah, they do that because YouTube's algorithms will link their channel to a recommendation. They're doing it to try and build a channel. That's why. That's why they do it, yeah. To get more views, yeah. As I've said before, I mean, like, I have way more people that watch than subscribe, and it's because they bitch about me uploading too many videos, which, I think is a legitimate complaint. If you like my interviews with girls and you get up the next morning and there's 10 notices, one's of an omelet, one's of a tuna fish sandwich, and there's 5 of Daisy running around, you think, I don't want all this bullshit, so you unsubscribe. It happens to me all the time. I get hate emails about that. Some guy said it in the chat the other night, going to give me some advice. Quit doing so many videos. On your poems, what you will want to do is you're going to need to create a file, HTML, that you can upload in a video format. There's different ways. The easiest way to do it would be to take photographs of your poems and then piece them together with an editing program and upload them as a video. That's the easiest way. You can use, or you can just upload a straight video from your phone and you don't need to do photos. But the simplest way, George, would be to do a short video of your poems, real close so people could see them, and just upload it directly from your phone to your YouTube channel. Because then they can pause it and read the poem. That's the way I would do it. Yeah, people do like it, but most people don't. And a lot of people, I get hate emails from my driving videos. They'll write me things like, "This is stupid. It's just a van driving down the road." No pork shoulder? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I do. Just take your phone. Do you have a smartphone, George? Just record a little video, whether it's 1 or 2 pages, and then directly upload it from your phone to YouTube. That's how I would do it. Because on a written form, they can just pause the video and read the poem. But then that saves you from piecing together photos in an editing program, which is a pain in the ass if you're unfamiliar with it. Short videos are better. Oh, good for you, Blue Mellow. Good. Yeah, usually if I take days off, it's because I've got something in the back burner that I'm putting together, with a slow internet connection like I have, I'm always seem to be behind, Hey, Dolly, how you doing? How's it going? Did you get a Captain Nemo sub yet? Which ginger, Twisted? Which ginger? There's a couple of them. She gives her Cash App and stuff on her interview. See, I'm trying to get people to deal with these people directly if I can, Yeah, do it with your smartphone, George. Just do a little video, put it out well lit. And as long as it takes for people to see it, it won't need to be long because they'll be able to pause the video and read it. See what I mean? And while you're at it, take a couple photos of things that you like so you can have it as your channel art. Yeah, Bertha likes driving videos. Most people don't. Yeah, that's Ginger. Yeah. Yeah, she's around. She gave her Ivy as her boyfriend. She gave her contact information on her thank you videos and her interviews. If you can't find it, let me know. Not as much as I should. Believe me, it's a discipline for me to read. I've been knocking out about an hour a day, which is nothing. No, I'm not homeless. If you're in a hotel room, you're not homeless. You're in a room. Yeah, she's pretty young. Oh, you like a Maggie? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna get a sub today, knock out some reading. It's gonna get cold here in a couple hours, 3 hours. It's already cold and crappy out, damp. Oh, did you, Dolly? Oh, good. Yeah, have a good day today, Dolly. Yep, I think you really like them. Thanks. Have a good day. Yeah, get one of those Captain Nemo's. Yeah, in the wintertime, sometimes I do things in crock pots, but I don't like that as much as you'd think. Yeah, I get a few things out of it, but oh, okay, George. Yeah. No, no, I never pack a cooler. No, I don't like cold cuts and stuff like that. No, I don't. No. The another thing, on Sundays I used to get the papers. I'd buy all the papers, the Free Press, the News, the Bay City Times. I don't buy any of them anymore because they're so crappy. Sucks, man. I look forward to reading a nice paper. No, I like restaurant food. I like eating out. I cook when I'm home, but mainly broiled fish, steaks, that kind of thing. Oh, is it snowing? Yeah, let me look out there. Daisy, it's snowing. Can you believe that? Wow. Not over here. It's not snowing here, Ray. Not here. Hey, hon. I thought it could have been snowing. Daisy loves the snow. Must be just a little spot near where you're at. Yeah, yeah. Crock pot sounds like a good idea, but I get sick of it pretty quick. No, I never had that, George. I never really cared for those frozen kind of drinks. See, I cook for myself all the time. Yeah, just a little snow squall near where you're at. Yeah, you got the digital version, or do you buy the paper, Eric? The paper sucks now. I had that for a while and just got sick of it. No customer service. I had problems with it. Oh, okay, George. Oh, that's cool, Karen. Today, probably not, just because it's such a crappy day. But tomorrow, but this week for sure. It's going to be a warm week here, actually, in the 60s. There are some uploading right now, though, Alexis. I'm not doing any, but there's some uploaded that I'll be uploading all day today. Glad you said that because I need to write one of those down. Oh, you like to cook too much? No, that's all right. Swedish meatballs, pizza and liquor, all day, every day. Oh, that's cool, George. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to go get a sub. I told the guy working I get him one too, but I'll be on later tonight. Tonight, probably I say like 9 o'clock. Yeah, they use my name. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, saying horrible things. Yeah, I'm used to it. There's more than that. Keep looking. Yeah, they always say they're crazy. Okay, George. Yeah, that comes with the territory. Yeah, I miss the paper so much. Little thin ass bullshit paper. Yeah, I'll be on later tonight, you guys. 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Tell them to go to hell for me, Nicole. Quit lying. Yeah, you too, Penny. Yep. All right, Claudia, Daisy, do you think you want to go bye-bye and get a sub? Would you like to go bye-bye, walkie bye-bye? Would you like to walkie bye-bye? Do you want to go walkie bye-bye? Yeah, whole week's going to be nice. Yeah, okay, Ray, take care. Do you want to go walkie bye-bye? Do you? Want to go walkie bye-bye? Do you want to go bye-bye? Do you want to go bye-bye, huh? Yeah, I think I got one video of trains I got to upload still. Yeah. You want to go bye-bye, huh? Hit the road? Yeah, thank you, Amy. You too. Have a good day. You too, Carla. 8 or 9, 8:39, right around there, Stephanie. Yep. Do you want to go walkie bye-bye or not? Okay, you guys have a good day today. Good luck to Seattle. It was a fluke they lost. Hey, Pam. Daisy. Are we going bye-byes or not? Do you want to go walkie bye-bye? You ready to go? Bye-bye? You ready to go? You ready to go bye-bye? Hit the road? All right, we go. All right, you guys, I'll see you later. Have a good day. Yeah, you're welcome, Nicole. Yep. See you, Blue Mail, too. Yep. See you, Terry. You gotta take the old days. All right, we're going. We're going. See the little white on Daisy's chest? Right underneath her neck, too. So a little bit of white. All right, we're going bye-byes. We're going bye-bye. You want to go bye-byes? We're going bye-bye. Hey, you want to go? All right, you guys. I'll see you later. All right, I'm taking you. I'm teasing you. All right, you guys. Take care. I'm taking you. We're going. We're going. We're going. All right, we're going.